Hello, welcome back to this video. This is part 2 for the series Getting Started with Boomi API Services and Build a Molecule and Gateway. In the last video, we created a file server which enabled NFS service on the single node. And in this video, we are going to create 2 virtual machines and build a molecule service using the same file server. So I'm here creating the first virtual machine, Atom01. I've already created the Atom02 virtual machine just to speed up the process here. Okay, so the deployment is in progress. We'll wait for it to complete, and we will just prepare ourselves for getting ready to log in into these machines. So that's our Atom2, and it has got a public IP address here that we can use. So all we have to do is we have to install this NFS utils, which will install the NFS client. And we'll do the same on the other node, which is Atom01. There we go. We got the IP address. Press yes. And so once we have installed the NFS utils, we will edit this file etcf step with this entry. And that is the IP address of the server. I should have opened it as root user. Apologize for that. And we'll do the same on the other node once it's back online. And now we can reboot these machines. So the machine reboot has taken place on Atom2, and I'm going to log into Atom1 as well. And if we do df-h, we can see that the /boomi is mounted across both these atoms. So we can get started and build our molecule service now. So we'll just follow the next steps. This will download the molecule installer. We'll run the installer. We'll generate a new token for our new molecule installation. So this will install a molecule. Yes. We'll use the token. That is the token. We'll call it Azure molecule. Won't use proxy settings. And this is saying it will install or attach it to an environment. Yes. Now this is the path which we will use from the file share, which will be Boomi molecule. Now it is saying what is the local directory, which will be home Boomi local. Now, remember, this is on Atom01, where we don't need to create this directory, and the installer is going to take care of it. So we'll just follow the prompts. While this is happening on the Atom2, we will create the local directory. We can check the Boomi folder, and we can see there is a molecule folder already, and there is data coming in there from the installation. So that's on the other node, but we'll wait for it to complete. So the molecule installation is complete now. Let's go ahead and then check it here. We'll be performing these steps: configure unicast and systemd, and perform a rolling restart. So we can see that there's a single node molecule up and running. It's using the default settings, 512 meg RAM, and the default system settings. Let's go ahead and apply these changes that we want now next for it to make it a cluster. So when we build a cluster in Molecule on any nodes that are added later, we don't even install, we just simply run it because it's mounted from the other node itself as well, or from the file system. So we do take these IP addresses. So here it is 32 and 33, and we'll note them down. So here we'll first change the heap size to 6 gig, and then we will also make some cluster settings. So the setting we are going to apply here is the setup unicast, which is from here, cluster communication network transport type. This is unicast. And the other entry we want is initial hosts. And these will be the IP addresses for the two machines with port 7800. So this port must be open between the nodes, which in my case is already open. Otherwise, the cluster will not form a ring, and you will get multiple head nodes issues. So here I'm applying these settings and hitting save. We can still leave it to restart. Let's go ahead and configure the systemd now, which is our next step. So to configure systemd, we'll become root user on each node, cd etc systemd system. And here we'll create a file called atom.service. And we took the text from the community article, which is referenced. We can call it Boomi atom or molecule. And installation directory path, it was /Boomi and molecule. Service owner, it's Boomi, and this will be Boomi molecule. So these are all the settings we require. We double check everything. Yes. So it's /Boomi atom start stop. Okay. Now we can just copy the same script on the other node as well. We can copy paste in this case. Sudo su root cd etc system the system, and we'll create a file atom.service. And here we'll paste that same text because everything is exactly the same across both nodes. Now we will enable the systemd on the both nodes and perform a rolling restart. So this is Atom 1, we have enabled it. This is Atom 2, we have enabled it. Let's go ahead and become Boomi user again. And let's go to molecule bin, atom status. So this is stopped because this is Atom 2. Let's start it here. And then we can perform a rolling restart. So that's our cluster status. Even this one is showing 512 meg. So we should also be restarting Atom 1 as well. It's only last time that I'm restarting as Boomi user. Once systemd is configured, you can use systemd. So here we go. The Atom 2 got started and it became the head node because this node was offline, but it had already joined the cluster. And there we go. Both the nodes are up and running and the memory is applied to 6 gig. At this time, we can perform a rolling restart as well, and this will work. In the next two videos, we will configure the gateway that we had installed on the single node, and then we will deploy an API and test the API. So I'll give it 1 more minute for it to trigger the rolling restart. So there you go. It's already performing a rolling restart. And this should work as expected. There you go. It's already finished. So thank you for watching, and I can't wait for the next video.